Cyndi Lauper, their North American tour kicks off June 25th at the Hollywood Bowl. We're going to be at the Bowl for 2 nights. Tickets are available now. How many cities are you guys playing? Do you even know?
Cyndi?
Well, we do the Hollywood Bowl, and then we have a little break, and we start again in July, and we go through, like, the middle of July.
I mean,
we
it's
go
about
through
30.
September.
30 cities?
Yeah.
Are you coming here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're in the
gardens.
gardens.
Oh my God, I'm
Wow,
definitely
right?
coming.
The garden, come
Control
on.
room, can you make sure to put that in my date book and get me tickets, please? I'm not kidding. Behind the bar, it's Rick Schwartz from the San Diego Zoo. With the slinky. It's a slinky?
Not a slinky, blue-tongued skink. They're
Oh,
from
a
Australia.
skinky.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
talking about all our Australian animals this trip.
Very, very sweet. Rod, Jackie J wants to know if you can share anything from your time partying with the Go-Go's. Were they great partiers?
Whoa, man, we did a Rock in Rio festival.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't keep up with them. None of my band could keep up with them.
Really?
Truly. Everything you read about them is true. Proper rock and rollers.
Wow, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Wow.
missed all of that.
Did
I
ya?
yeah, I didn't get to do
You've
that.
been a good girl.
Rod, do you feel like you've been on such a whirlwind for the last, I don't know how many years. I mean, do you feel like you can look back and say, you know what, I've taken it all in and I've enjoyed
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
I've enjoyed every moment of it, and I have to thank, without sounding corny, I have to thank the public, and you are the public, because without them, I wouldn't be where I was. But I wouldn't change a thing. I've had a hell of a joyride, and I'm so grateful.
Do you have a,
Right?
I'll ask you both
Inspiring.
this. Do you have a performance that you've done, and this will be very hard for both of you to answer, but do you have 1 or 2 performances that you've done that you thought to yourself, wow, this right here is the performance of my life. Like this right here, this moment is the thing that this is it. Does anything come to mind?
They're all, for me, they're all great, but
Right.
particularly New York, Los Angeles, but Glasgow and London, and particularly Glasgow, because I've got so much Scottish blood.
Those are the cities.
But they're all great.
Yeah.
They're all great, you know, it's just...
What about you, Cyndi? Has there been like an Oscars or a Super Bowl or a...
I did some incredible, I mean, I'm a lucky bastard. I did some things,
Yeah.
you know. But I am, you know. But there was this one time I was opening for Cher, and I had this really, you know, female violin player, female guitar player. It was a tight band. My band was awesome, and we were a little late, and then our bus broke down and it was crowded on the highway, so we had to get a police escort to get there. And then by the time I went on, and all of a sudden, I did quick warm-up too, not a great one, but boom, 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 and I was in it. And I did a Marvin Gaye song, and I swear to God, I saw Marvin Gaye standing there. I was singing to him.
Wow.
And I, you know, it was so otherworldly, but it was gone. And who knows if I was really who I thought I was, you know. It's always like when I first started, my friend came to see me, and I said, how was I? He said, you were all right. And I said, I was great. You know?
By the way, do you remember what town you were in that night?
That does happen, doesn't it?
Washington.
Really? Oh, wow.
Do you remember sometimes where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we never make that mistake of saying hello Philadelphia when you're in Detroit.
Oh, my
never,
God.
Never, ever. I've never done it.
Somebody did that in Japan. They were introducing me, and they said, hello, Sendai. I mean...
Right. Wow, yeah, that's tough. And you've never made that mistake?
No, never.
No.
But I have to tell you about one of the big shows I ever did, because that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It was in Brazil, where I played to 5.5 million people. And it was just amazing.
Did you have a heart, like, were you
No,
dying?
but before the show, an hour, I'd eaten some food and I had the runs.
Oh, God.
So,
God.
you know, and I was in a real bad state, and they called the witch doctor. He gave me a jab, and I was all right, just about. But
Wow.
5.5 million people.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable.
Where do you play
didn't
5.5
get
million
nauseous?
people?
In Rio de Janeiro,
on the
around,
beach?
around the beach.
Yeah,
Wow.
he plays that.
So by the
yeah.
time I'd sung the last note of the song, because they had speakers every 200 yards or whatever, they were just listening. I was already in the car going home.
Wow.
It's really amazing.
Wow.
I thought I'd just throw that in there.
But, you know, yeah, but, you know, the fact that, right, he's awesome. But the fact that, like, you would play to that many people. I think when I did the wall with Roger Waters, all I was supposed to do was go out there, run, you know, a football field back and forth, and make sure I sang exactly in time with him, you know. And there were too many people. I had to tell myself that I was a professional and I could do this. And I forced myself and I did it. But I was having a heart attack.
What song? I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. What song did you do from the wall? Do you remember?
We don't need no.
Okay.
And I had a breakaway shirt with a big black bra and with this crazy wig. It was pretty funny.
Wow. Cindy, Emily from Portland said you've been nominated for 15 Grammys and won 2. Who were you most annoyed to lose to?
Honestly, I felt that every time I came out with something, somebody was having a big comeback, and you wanted them, like, you know, the first time it was Tina Turner. I knew the story. It was breaking my heart. My mother went through that. My grandmother went through that. So if I won, I think I would have given it back to her. Because that's how guilty I felt. Right? For even being out there, and, you know, I don't want to be in front of her. She got to have this, you know. And then the second time, Streisand came back, you know, was True Colors, and Streisand came. And I was like, oh, I love Streisand. I sang with her when I was 9. She didn't even know how close we were.
Wow, so you've lost to Tina and Streisand?
And then Bette.
Oh my God!
Bette Midler came out with "Wind Beneath My Wings."
Oh,
which
forget
even I was like, I love that. Even though I hit that note and I drove all night, which was really, really hard, you know. But I felt like, you know, she's your friend.
What did you wind up winning for, by the way?
Oh, what did I win?
See that?
Oh, the first. Oh, you know what? Time After Time was nominated. Like the first time I was nominated for like 7 Grammys. I won 1. I was like Best New Artist. I was like, okay, I'll take it. Thank God, right?
So that was your first. Who did you beat for Best? Did you beat Madonna for Best New Artist?
No, she wasn't nominated yet.
Oh.
It was, I don't know.
Right.
And
well, Best New Artist is pretty great.
How many have you won?
2.
She's won 2 out of 15.
I'm always nominated, but not. I'm the, what do you call it?
I'm like,
Maid of
I've only
honor.
won one.
Right. You've won. You've only won 1 Grammy. Is that
and
for
it wasn't
what?
even one of those where I can go on the television.
It was off the.
Yeah, it was off show.
Really?
But I'm happy to have it. It was when I did the American Songbook.
Oh wow! See that?
Come on, do you remember that?
Yes, it was amazing. Let's go to the phones. Caller, what's your name and from where are you calling?
I was so scared, and it wasn't even a quarter.
Hey, caller.
Hi, my name is Ann.
Hey, Ann. What's your question?
Hey, my question is for Rod and Cindy.
Okay.
What is the one past celebrity hookup of yours that maybe a lot of people don't know about?
I think that's a good one for Rod. Rod, do you have a celebrity hookup that
Oh,
a
I'm
lot of people
boring.
don't know about?
Okay, good.
Well, no, you've been married for a very long time, haven't you?
know,
I figured that
really.
you're.
I don't.
Okay.
I really don't. Sorry.
He don't kiss and tell.
Yeah. Back to the phones. Caller, what's your name and from where are you calling?
Hi, it's Kimberly Staten from Sacramento, California.
Hey, Kimberly, what's your question?
My question is for Rod.
Okay.
Rod, you famously lost your virginity to an older woman on a patch of grass. So where is the craziest place you've ever had sex?
Where's the craziest place you've ever had sex?
Oh, you name it. Graveyards. Trains.
What about washing machine?
You dirty little slut. Washing machines? Where does your mind go sometimes?
Back to the phones. Caller, what's your name? I'm assuming you're a member of the Mile.
You mean over the top?
Yes, on the top of a washing machine. I'm assuming you're a member of the Mile High Club all the way around the world.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
no, shut
No,
up.
those rooms are too small.
I didn't do it in the room, darling. It was under the blanket.
Oh, that's different.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Back to the phones. Last caller of the night. Caller, what's your name and from where are you calling?
Hi, everyone. It's Rebecca from Santa Clara, California.
Hey, Rebecca, what's your question?
Hi, my question's for Cindy.
Okay.
Can you give us any updates on the Working Girl musical that you're working on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I wrote I've been writing with Rob Hyman, who I wrote Time After Time with because they wanted to be 80s in the 80s. So I figured naturally it would sound like the 80s. And I was very nervous about starting because I don't even know how the heck Kinky Boots is doing what it's great, and there's great people in it, and of course, and a great collaboration. But I was a little nervous. But then I was talking to him, Rod, last week, and he said just start, you know. So I did. I wrote Tessa's soliloquy, and I finished it. I was going to play for you later. I don't
Yes,
know if
indeed.
you'll
Wow,
like
so
it or
you
not.
so you've started.
Yeah, and the second song is the first song, really, but that's the more complicated one. And the melody, you know, you sing it to yourself, then you feel like throwing up a little because it never goes away. It's just
Oh, good.
blah, blah, blah,
That
blah.
means it's good.
No, but then you got to figure out what the hell you're saying.
Right.
You know, and who's saying what. But that's okay. It's good because, you know, schizophrenia runs in my family.
Will you use Let the River Run in the...
It doesn't fit because Let the River Run is about the community of people that traveled to go to the workplace.
Yes.
And she used brilliantly Jerusalem, which was the place where the people went to the workplace.
Right.
But this story is about a woman in the workplace with being prevented to move forward. So
Right.
she had to think outside the box and break all the rules. That's what this is about.
Right.
It's not about that,
So
but
that-
it's a great way to start a movie.
Right.
See, that's a movie song.
So that song will not be in the
I
show.
don't think so.
Yeah. Here's my Tess McGill impersonation. So
She was babyish, right?
So I said, Trask Industries, Trask Industries. Watch the movie. It's from the
Wait.
movie. Yeah.
You know that they wanted me to go in for that role.
They did?
And I wouldn't go in because I was was a receptionist Gal Friday, and I was really bad. I was like the Gal Friday the 13th.
Okay.
And I couldn't get it together, and I'd fall asleep reading the mail. And just the idea of going back in the office again, I had no idea who Mike Nichols was.
No.
Then they said, what about the part of the
Joan Cusack
hairdresser?
part.
And I said, I just played a hairdresser in Vibes. So I didn't
Vibes.
fucking...
I mean...
I know. Listen, but that...
Yeah, no, I know.
poured my
You had
heart
just
in
done it.
that
Of
and
course.
got, you know, a little bitch smacked. So, you know, I was a little...
Oh, my
I was a little
gosh.
leery about it, you know.
Right.
Like maybe I suck, you know.
Oh my gosh.
The Office. I
Rod,
love it.
Rod, you were one of the first choices to star in Labyrinth before David Bowie, I heard.
No.
Not
who told
true?
you that? Nah.
No?
Nah, not true. Next.
Okay. All right. Were you buddies with Bowie?
Yeah, we didn't hang out with each other. Obviously, we know each other and we got on well, but you know, we didn't hang out.
Were you and Mick buddies in the day?
Not really, nah.
No.
No.
Just because you were always circling each other, or was
No,
there
we
wasn't
just-
a beef?
No, not at all. We
Yeah.
just never. We're all so busy. We never bump into each other.
Yeah.
Like everybody thinks you have time to hang out. What the heck?
Right.
We're
Yeah.
working our butt off. and
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to thank Cyndi Lauper and Rod Stewart. Everybody go see them this summer. I cannot wait. I'm going. I'll see you, Rick Schwartz. Great to see you. For more, click around BravoTV.com. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Watch more clips here and subscribe to our channel here. See ya.